1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dude, what are you doing? I'm playing in 7/8, man. No, it sounds terrible. That's not how you play odd time signatures, man. Time signatures. Those daunting, horrifying things that break musicians and drummers all around the world. How do we play in time signatures? How? Well, you just count, right? You know, you're in 7, you just count, right? You count 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or people say you can count in 2s and 3s, which is definitely better. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Wrong.
Well, kind of wrong. Here's the thing about time signatures, and specifically odd time signatures. They're great, right? They open up a whole new world of musical phrasing and complexity, which allows musicians to express their emotions more freely and not be held to the boundaries of 4/4 or common time. Yeah! But the thing is, a lot of us suck at odd time signatures, or just any time signature. Some of us are just terrible at music. But no, I mean, most people are not great at odd time signatures. It's the hardest thing. Most people are good at like 4/4. I know me personally, I am not great at odd time. Specifically stuff like 5/4, 9/8, 11/8, and even like thinking of songs in those time signatures. For 11/8, the only thing that I can think of off the top of my head right now is the beginning of Whipping Post by the Allman Brothers. You know, that main kind of riff at the beginning. But the thing is, we have so little experience in these odd time signatures, so we resort to counting like I was talking about before. That's, you know, counting in 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But let me ask you, how often are you counting in 4/4? Maybe you answered 100% of the time, and if that's the case, then give yourself a pat on the back. But if you answered never or rarely, why? I know for me personally, I almost never count in 4/4 or 6/8 too. You know, when in the time signatures that I'm comfortable in, I'm not counting because I'm so comfortable in them. I can say that there's probably some times where I'm gonna count, like if there's a specific hit or a transition or just a part that is maybe more complicated because of the way that the instruments are blending in and I need to really keep time there, then maybe I'll count. But for the most part, I'm not gonna count. And that's just because I'm so comfortable in it and I'm just playing to the music. I'm just following the music. And that right there is your answer. Follow the music. Listen to the players around you. Or if you're like me and you don't have friends, then listen to the music in your ears. Listen to the players that are playing in the music that you're listening to in your ears and follow them.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Follow the music. That is how you get better at time signatures, specifically odd time signatures. It's the same way that you got good at playing in 4/4. You played to 4/4 music and you listened to 4/4 music. But most importantly, you weren't really counting, were you? I mean, maybe at the start you really had to get a foundation for counting and understanding that. But the thing is, the way you got better was by just playing that music. So take this same method and apply it to odd time signatures. Basically, learn to think of it as music and not math. Play to how the melody and the chords are phrased, and that should right there give you that time signature. You know what I mean? So if you're listening, really listening to how the chords and the melody is phrased and it's in 7, then your beat should be in 7. Unless there's a creative choice to put like a 4/4 beat over a 7 tune, which can be interesting, can be cool, but that's not really what I'm talking about. If the beat is supposed to be in 7, and it's supposed to follow the line, the bass line, the melody, the chords, then play that beat, you know what I mean? Or if you're in a band, you're trying to do that, then write a beat that follows that. Don't think about, oh, I need to fit this in, so I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. And look, you can make a beat like that, but it's gonna kind of not be interesting. And You need to make music that has emotion. So play to the emotion of the chords, the way the chords are phrased, the melody's phrased, everything like that.
Now, let me be clear. I'm not saying to not count in music. You absolutely will have to count when first starting in new time signatures or uncomfortable grooves. However, you should focus on adapting to those time signatures and focus on playing to the music rather than just counting and staying in time. Learn to stay in time by feeling the music so that you are able to better contribute to it.
I didn't like it. I loved it.
My point is that we only suck at odd time signatures because we don't play in them enough, and we don't think of them as music. We think of them as math because we're not used to them. The answer is to play in odd time signatures to no end. Just keep drilling yourself, playing in those time signatures, and then you're going to be able to really think about how the music is phrased rather than being stuck to just counting. You'll be free within those time signatures. All right, just for an example, I'm gonna play to the song Flood by Snarky Puppy. This is a cover, and I'll link this video because this dude is awesome and I was not expecting this version. But yeah, so I'm gonna play to this as an example. I'm gonna play to the chords without actually counting or anything. I'm just playing to how the song feels. So yeah, check it out.